Ladies and gentlemen, meet the only Ford in history to accomplish something no other Ford ever has. And that's threatening the very existence of the Ford Mustang. Welcome to another episode of Before You Buy, and today we're going to be talking about the Ford Probe GT. Although technically the Ford Probe existed since 1988, it wasn't until 1993 that Ford finally got it right. You see, all they had to do was listen to the Miata boys all the time. Listen closely. Put your ear out. Put your ear out. Listen closely, young Padawan. Put your ear out into the wind and listen to what it tells you. The answer is always Miata. Well, close enough, because the answer is Mazda. That's right, the Ford Probe was the result of Ford's collaboration with its longtime Japanese partner, Mazda. And this generation of the Probe was derived from the front-wheel drive Mazda Jeep platform and the legendary, underappreciated, underrated, never talked about Mazda MX-6. That's right, the Ford Probe was based off of the Mazda MX-6. So like I said, the Ford Probe was based on the Mazda MX-6 as a sport compact coupe. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of you young bucks out there don't know this, but the Ford Mustang might have looked a little bit different. We'll touch base on that. But believe it or not, the Ford Probe was supposed to be the fourth generation Ford Mustang. This car you're looking at right here was supposed to be technically the next Mustang. You see, back in the day, Acura, Nissan, Toyota were killing the game. And of course, Ford wanted a piece of that Japanese punani. So the Ford Probe was produced to compete with the Acura Integra, the Nissan 200SX, and the Toyota Celica. During that time, Ford's marketing team had deemed that a front-wheel drive platform would have lower costs for production, and also because the platform had been gaining popularity with consumers, they said, hey, excuse me, Mustang fanboys? Would you mind if we make the Ford Probe the next Mustang? And just like telling an obese diabetic that the ice cream machine is broken at McDonald's, the Mustang fans objected. People hit the streets. Everybody united, and it wasn't primarily because of the way the Ford Probe looked or the way it drove, but it was because it was a V6 and it was front-wheel drive. Not to mention, when you get to the roots of it, the Ford Probe is technically a Japanese car. Fast forward almost 20 years into the future, ironically enough, most American cars are now made overseas, and the direction that Mustang is going, it looks like V6 is the future. Now, the way this collaboration with Mazda worked is pretty much Mazda engineered the engine, the transmission, and the chassis. I mean, think about this, guys. Think about this. A Mazda engineered Ford. Oh, dude. Now, Ford actually ended up doing the body and interior, and I'm not going to lie, they did a damn good job for being Ford. This body, this freaking beautiful body you're looking at, was actually designed by Ford. Now, technically, the second generation Probe is 60% Mazda and 40% Ford. Now, speaking of numbers, the Ford Probe had a 2.5 liter V6 producing 164 horsepower, weighing in at 2,921 pounds, hitting up a 0 to 60 of just around 8 seconds. Now, if those figures sound slow to you, the second generation Ford Probe was actually a million times faster than the Ford Mustang of the same year. Don't believe me? Enjoy the Ford Mustang owning compilation. Here we go. Now, this being before you buy, you know I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, and I talk about the ugly. There isn't really much bad to say about the Ford Probe. It has a Japanese Mazda-inspired engine, super easy to work on, very, very, extremely reliable. The only issue is that it being a technically Japanese car, the only issue is ordering parts for these cars can be very hard and it can be very expensive. If you are in the market for a Ford Probe, get them while they're hot now, guys, but keep in mind, it will be expensive maintaining this thing. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed another Before You Buy episode. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments section down below. It's your boy, Mr. Random. I will catch you guys on the next one.